The base reward rate on any transaction is 3.3%. But then there are people who are saying that, no, I get 16.5%. And then there are people who are saying, I get 33%. कैसे होता है? कब होता है? कहाँ होता है? How do you unbox this?
In my case, I can also say that people who have kids, the schools have now integrated into Razor Pay, and you can even use the balance to pay your school fees. 16.6% on school fees.
Think about it. It's insane.
I told on one of the episodes and people liked it. I was like, Dimant is very excited to pay his education fee of his kids. I'm going to steal Amaya's thunder. Like, consider this my badla for the Gujju value wala discussion last time.
I'm happy because you are my CashKaro referral, so I get 1% for everything you make.
By the way, I'll cover that as well. Till date, when the 17,000 that I have earned 1,700 rupees for him. This is my gift to Amaya.
Some people will say, oh, you get 40% for hotels. No, you do not get 40% for hotels because with respect to redeeming these points, there are a certain few terms and conditions that reduces the effective reward rate.
क्या बोल रहे थे अंकल स्क्रूज के बारे में? हाँ?
Nine.
तो एक हाँ, कौन है असली अंकल स्क्रूज?
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.
Hello and welcome to another fun episode of the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. One of the feedback that we keep receiving from people is, how are you guys able to earn so many miles? How are you guys able to earn so many points? Normally, most cards have a reward percentage of 2 to 3%. Now, for every 100 rupees, if you're getting only 2 or 3 airline miles or points, how do you make a vacation happen? Well, the answer lies in unpacking the mystery of how a lot of people are able to earn double-digit percentage points on most of their spends. And today's episode is a fair shot at unlocking that for you. We will talk today about a lot of affiliates that banks and credit card companies work with, where you can earn as much as 18% every time you book a flight ticket, as much as 40% every time you book a hotel, or as much as 33% when you potentially buy a voucher for a retail product that you might be buying. And to unlock all of this, we've got 3 special guests. First up, my co-founders, Dimant and Amaya. Dimant, swagat hai. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. I mean, one of the topics that is very close to all of our hearts. Like, sounds like a very simple mystery to solve, but isn't always. So let's unpack it.
Complex piece of the puzzle, like Demon says, but comes very naturally to the double dip and triple dip king, Amaya.
Never pay full price. If you are paying full price, you are making a mistake.
He's got a lot
bet.
of pressure on him now, like to stand up to his reputation.
You bet. And with that, we've got a very special guest today, who's been a friend. I think Dimant, me and Amaya met Venkat 2 years back in a credit card meetup that was happening in Bangalore. Dimant organized it. He organized it in Daisy, which is a very, very good hangout spot in Bangalore. So if you enjoy a little bit of F&B, which is really, really good and high quality, Daisy is the place to be. And that's where a few of us got together. We met Venkat. Venkat works for a large tech company. He's an architect on the tech side, loves traveling, has done a lot of traveling around the UK, Ireland, France, and a lot more countries, and is extremely passionate about this space. So with that, welcome Venkat.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show. And I must say that your show has garnered so much love and affection in such a short period of time. So kudos and congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Venkat. And for those of you who are just tuning in, please like and subscribe. If you subscribe, our tribe will grow. And Venkat, आप भी बोल दो एक बार.
Hey, please like and subscribe.
So on that bright note, let's get started. So let's talk to our listeners and tell them about every time you swipe a card. Let's take your HDFC Infinia, for instance, to keep it simple as everybody looks up to this card. The base reward rate on any transaction is 3.3%. But then there are people who are saying that, no, I get 16.5%. And then there are people who are saying, I get 33%. कैसे होता है? कब होता है? कहाँ होता है? How do you unbox this? And is it just lucrative to Infinia? I don't think so, right? This is available in Axis. This is available in IDFC. This is available in most ecosystems. So with that, let's get a concept note and introduction to this entire mechanism that we're talking about. Dhimant, why don't you go and attempt to break down what we're talking about?
Sure.
And then based on that, pick your favorite ecosystem and we'll double click. Once you're done, Ameya will pick his ecosystem and we'll double click. And then Venkat will pick his ecosystem and we'll double click.
Perfect. Let me just take a 60-second attempt at trying to dumbify what affiliate websites are so that people understand what we are talking about. Basically, an affiliate is a channel. It's like a channel where you're helping a certain website or a certain app or a consumer tech company to give them additional traffic, right? And in return of which that company pays some sort of a demand fee to the aggregator or the affiliate, right? That's how the model works. Because a lot of you must be wondering कि ये क्यों इतना multiplier मिलता है? That multiplier is funded by one of the parties who actually gives that commission to the affiliate, right? So that's how the funding happens and that's how the ecosystem gets unlocked. Now, how did I bump into this world? And I want to share that small anecdote, right? When I used to work for Flipkart, we had taken a very very strong conscious call of not getting into voucher codes. So if you ever shopped on Flipkart, there is never a place to input a voucher, right? And I'll tell you the thought behind it, right? The thought was that if even one customer out of 100 doesn't know the voucher code and he just checks out without a voucher code, there's a lot of repentance that he would have saying, oh, I didn't get the voucher code. That's why large players like even Amazon have stayed away from that for a long time. Whichever discount is there, it straight away applies. So I used to always feel left out कि यार extra पैसा कैसे कमाऊँ मैं Flipkart पे, right? Because I'm checking out, how do I get more discount? Obviously, Flipkart already gave a lot of discount. That's when I bumped into something, called SmartBuy. And SmartBuy is an affiliate website run by HDFC. So the bank team of Flipkart, who used to run this channel, he walked up to me and said, do you have any HDFC card? And I said, yeah, I have Regalia. At that time, there was no Regalia Gold. I had the Regalia. And he said, yaar, do you shop on SmartBuy? I said, no, what is SmartBuy? So he gave me an introduction saying, okay, you can book your flights, you can book, you can even book Flipkart merchandise using this website and you will get additional points. I said, karna kya hai points ka lekin? That is when I started, becoming inquisitive about it. And since then, I think SmartBuy has been my favorite portal for a long time. So let's take an example of an HDFC card that you have. Let's take base reward rate of 3% as an example, just to make the calculations easier. The moment you swipe your HDFC card and the base reward is 3%, you straight away multiply it by 10 if you are booking a hotel. If you're booking a flight, you multiply it by 5. Right? So you're now getting, instead of 3%, either a 15% or a 30%. Right? Now, the second question that I asked that person is, okay, I get the points. What do I do with it? You can use the same points again to book flights using the same portal. Correct. Right? So it's an amazing opportunity to do that. But more interestingly, we don't fly that often. We don't stay in hotels that often. But we have everyday spending. Right? So for example, I buy a lot of stuff from Flipkart. I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. Right? These portals also had earlier, let's say, a SmartBuy link to Flipkart where you could go to Flipkart and earn extra reward points. Those partners keep changing. Now I think Myntra is a partner, for example. If you anyways buy a lot of stuff from Myntra or your wife buys a lot of stuff from Myntra, go to Myntra from a SmartBuy, right? And the reward rates are defined. The multipliers are defined, right? So in my head, I think that's a dummified version of what a SmartBuy ecosystem does, at least, Adil.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. Let's get a little bit into practical applications. Give us different use cases of SmartBuy. So one case you said is flights. One case you said is hotels. But I think trains and buses are also possible.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And along with that, then also cover what you have used this in the past as an example. So we get like a full 360 picture.
Sure. So I have used flights. I have used hotels. So my use case for hotels is, for example, if I'm going to any hotels which are not into a loyalty program, for example, most of the times I end up booking it via, let's say, SmartBuy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Even, see, sometimes the rates on these websites are not as good as, let's say, a Make My Trip post the voucher code that you use, right? Sometimes they may be, but a lot of times they're not. But the 10x multiplier easily compensates for it, right?
Correct,
So for me, that's the very normal use case. Recently, in the last 1-2 years, I've stayed away from using this for hotels largely because I have a lot of Accor points, a lot of Bonvoy points. So I've been binging on that. But I'm sure there are also locations where these hotels do not exist.
Correct.
What then? Like at least give me a backup plan saying, okay, theek hai, I'll still earn a lot of points if I'm not using my points. One use case which I normally use a lot is Myntra, right? So Myntra, there are two ways of doing it. One is directly shop on Myntra via going through this link, or there are a different way of doing it is via vouchers of Myntra, right? But I typically choose the affiliate version. I don't use vouchers because affiliate is easier because you don't have to pre-commit to a voucher base, right? Please also remember that some of these affiliates have limits per month. So you need to be careful, right? I mean, you don't have unlimited kitty off. So you need to be smart about how much you use, how much you swipe, right? So this is one use case, Adil. The second use case is obviously a lot of your vouchers like Blinkit, Swiggy, and all of this stuff, right? So these are the...
So Dhimant, you covered about the possibilities of SmartBuy travel. But then there's another very interesting possibility that SmartBuy throws out, which is called their partnership with Gyftr. One of the most favorite URLs that has existed in the CC Geeks world is gyftr.com/instant vouchers. And this URL takes you to HDFC SmartBuy's partnership with Gyftr, which allows you to get either 3x, 5x, or 10x on vouchers.
Correct.
Ameya, let's bring you, because this is something very close to your heart, and let's understand a little what are the potential use cases of gyftr.com/instant vouchers, which is HDFC's SmartBuy portal for gift vouchers. What is the gamut of possibilities? On the 1st of every month, what do you end up buying from here? And what's your monthly spend like on Gyftr?
Sure. So I think long story short, these when you say gift vouchers, these are prepaid gift cards that we can purchase and load up into a wallet of sorts on individual websites. So for instance, I can purchase an Amazon voucher and load it up inside the Amazon website. I can purchase a Swiggy voucher and load it up inside a Swiggy website. Now HDFC, for instance, is going to give you anywhere between 3x to 5x reward points. So you have a diner's card, you'll get a 10% return. You have an Infinia, you're going to get a 16.66666% return back on this. And this is really handy because these are your regular spends. You are making money on regular spends. So typically when I go about this, every month for sure I have my Amazon Pay vouchers, which I think a lot of us do, and that goes straight towards bill payments, broadband bills, phone bills, whatever it is. Swiggy is the other one that I use quite heavily. You have a wide selection. I mean, I think the selection keeps changing, but Myntra is there. You have also something called an Amazon shopping voucher, which is a lot more targeted towards, shopping on Amazon as against just paying the bills on Amazon Pay. So the big ones that I typically use are always Swiggy, Amazon are the two biggest ones. Myntra is probably the third biggest that comes into this.
So let's talk a little more about the use case and simplify it for our users. So you were saying that you buy 10,000 of Amazon Pay every month. And you said you do this to pay utility bills.
Right.
Very important to tell our card users that most credit cards don't give points for utility bills. Like for example, all of us typically end up paying anywhere between 1,000 to 4,000 rupees of electricity bill every month. We have about say 2,000 rupees of broadband bill every month. If you have a family of 3, 4, 5, there will be potentially a 1,500 to 2,000 rupees mobile bill payment every month. And then if you're living in a society, you'll have water bill payment every month also, right? Combine all of this is 10,000 rupees. Now on 10,000 rupees, if you have a default card reward rate of 3%, you'll make 300 rupees, but that doesn't make any sense. Also, most credit cards don't give you points for this. What you're saying is you go to gyftr.com/instant vouchers, which is SmartBuy portal for Gyftr, and you buy an Amazon Pay gift card.
Right.
You take that gift card and you go to your Amazon account and you add that there. Once you add it there, it's like having a prepaid balance on Amazon. Once you have that prepaid balance on Amazon, you can pay any utility bill, including your gas, electricity, phone, broadband, any utility bill. And because you bought this Amazon voucher, you get 5x returns.
That's essentially it. So,
16.5%.
Yeah, and not just that. There's stuff like insurance.
Yeah.
There is your municipal taxes. It's a
Talk
wide
a
variety.
little bit more about insurance and municipal taxes and how this can be done, so people understand this a little more.
Sure. So the idea is the same thing, right? Most cards are not going to give you points for paying insurance, but if your insurance provider or say your municipality is registered on Amazon Pay, more often than not it will be. You can pretty much pay that using these Amazon Pay credits that we have loaded, and the 1650 odd points that we've earned by doing this every month. You can use it for transferring to air miles. You can use it for booking your flights, whatever it is. So it's straight savings. It's also consistent savings, right? Like these are anyway spends that you are going to make. 1650 points every month. Towards the end of the month, you've got close to 20,000 points out there. That's a few domestic tickets taken care of.
This is a point where I think while you spoke about insurance, you spoke about how you kind of pay for insurance. There is a very important aspect that we ignore a lot of times, right? So if you probably if you're using, let's say, a Swiggy, for example, or a Zepto, for example, right? Or you even using some random third-party website. The moment you go to the payment gateway, a lot of times they're integrated with players like Razorpay. The moment you log into Razorpay, you realize that Amazon Pay is also an option to pay, right? So a lot of times that also comes handy. So it's almost like a prepaid wallet, not only on Amazon that you can go for. Even if your insurance part, player may not be there on Amazon, you can still see and check whether Razorpay is or gateways have this Amazon Pay as a payment option. So in general, I think after pure money or cash, I think Amazon Pay is the second biggest currency that I've seen in the world today, right? So
I think
at least
very, very well said, Hemant. Like whenever I see Razorpay is the merchant for making payment, there is no happier man than me.
Correct.
Because I'm like, ab to yaar nikal padi, Amazon Pay use karo.
But I'll tell you something, right? So there's a lot been spoken about on all the social media about how Amazon Pay has been getting devalued on various banks, right? For example, now if you buy Amazon Pay vouchers on HDFC Infinia, they started with a 1% convenience fee. They moved to a 2.95% convenience fee. Now they moved some 3.5 convenience fee, right? I think my strategy has changed, and I want to talk a little bit about people who are thinking about this, right? See, the way I thought about it is at least I don't buy Amazon Pay vouchers on HDFC Gyftr anymore.
Okay.
Like I stopped doing it.
Okay.
And what I've been doing is I've been waiting for my HDFC, the Axis AEP months, accelerated months where I know I have a lot of spend. I then go and accumulate Amazon Pay vouchers in that month, right? So you can buy Amazon Pay vouchers from Amazon itself during your AEP. You can actually buy your Amazon vouchers from the Gyftr website themselves, where they don't charge any convenience fee. You can also buy, let's say, an Amazon Pay voucher from other websites which sell gift vouchers. Right? So you may also want to weigh in whether, in my head, it's no longer a straightforward equation ki I go and buy HDFC vouchers, because the reward rate has been significantly slashed off. It is still 12%, but
Which is still great if you think about it.
Absolutely.
From a convenience standpoint, like it's still great, but you're saying like if you can recoup that 4% elsewhere, why not? Which is a fair point.
Absolutely.
But for those who don't have other cards or who don't have AEP, this is still a 12% is extremely lucrative.
Absolutely.
I want to talk about something else also that you said, which is very interesting, I think. One of the things to enable this is enable our families, our spouses, our kids if they have access to apps. At my house, we use Big Basket a lot. So I love buying Big Basket vouchers and then loading it, because every time then, my wife wants to order, my kids want to order, they don't need to come running to me for an OTP. It's a prepaid balance. The convenience is just pro max. Similarly, if you want Blinkit vouchers or Zepto vouchers, on everything you potentially buy, you're guaranteed a 16.5%
But our grocery is completely covered, right?
It's completely covered. It's beautiful.
You will go with what? Zepto, Swiggy, Blinkit, Big Basket, Amazon Fresh, like everything that you say. Amazon Fresh पे तो आप ASV भी use, Amazon shopping vouchers भी use कर सकते हैं.
In fact, there is a separate Amazon Fresh voucher as well.
Yes.
Right. So if you cross your limits on APA, Amazon shopping vouchers, or even the Amazon Fresh vouchers.
Got it.
In my case, I can also say that people who have kids and who have payments at schools, The schools have now integrated into
Razor
Razor
Pay.
Pay,
Yeah.
and you can even use the balance to pay your school fees, your kids' school fees.
16.6% on
On
school fees.
Think about it. It's insane.
I told on one of the episodes and people liked it. I was like, Dimant is very excited to pay his education fee of his kids.
The other thing is, let's again explain to our users that Amazon Pay versus Amazon Shopping. Conceptually very different. Amazon shopping vouchers can only be used to buy physical goods on Amazon. That's the concept. Now, there are edge cases where they can be used for something else as well. Let's not talk about that. Let's just say what's perfectly legally allowed. If you're ordering, let's say, a phone, if you're ordering, let's say, a watch, if you're ordering, let's say, a basket, whatever it may be, because it's a physical good, you can use Amazon shopping vouchers and you can go through this. One pro tip that everybody and their uncle should know. By mistake, I have friends who have gone ahead and bought 10,000 Amazon Prime vouchers by mistake. Now that's a waste, because don't buy Amazon Prime vouchers, because Prime is just used for your yearly membership. And you can't use it more than 1,500 rupees. So then the rest is like waste. So please be very careful. Look at whether it's an Amazon Pay voucher, Amazon Shopping voucher, Amazon Fresh voucher, or Amazon Prime voucher. And based on that, go ahead.
It is
and buy.
not hitting my note of the cognitive load angle, but it's getting worse and worse. The same problem is with Tanishq now. They have gold coin voucher.
Wow.
They have gold jewelry voucher. They have diamond jewelry voucher.
Yes.
It can't get worse than this. I like you're
You
going
have
to
to be
make
very
mistakes.
careful in purchasing the voucher. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Do you all use Gyftr with your family and partners as well? Like, for example, Gyftr Pay, all kinds of vouchers are available. You talk about Levi's jeans, it's there. You talk about Louis Philippe, it's there. You talk about shoes, for example, Nike, it's there. You talk about anything that you want to buy from a shopping perspective, there are vouchers. One of the things that I do is I tell my wife, go to whichever shopping mall, go to whichever shop and buy whatever you want. When you're at the counter and when you know the grand total, give me a call. I will generate a voucher and I will send it to you. Pay via that voucher. But that's my only request. Earlier there was discomfort saying, oh, it takes time. But after going for vacations,
After going to Raffles
with these vouchers, then there has been acceptance. Is it similar for you all, or do you all not care about this? I just want to understand. I'd love to hear quick takes from each one of you. Perhaps we can start with you.
Yeah, it's the same thing, Adil, in my case, right? The acceptance has improved greatly after a couple of vacations.
It's like Amex, no? First nobody accepts, but then they learn to accept.
Exactly, right? Even when we go to offline stores, when I'm not there, say Max or Reliance Trends, right? So my wife goes, tries, and then selects something.
Yeah.
And just before she goes to the billing counter, she'll give me an approximate
Correct,
number.
correct.
Right? I buy the vouchers directly on these Gyftr sites or even on Amazon, right? And then I share it over WhatsApp, and she's happy.
Amazing. So it's working for you.
Yes, definitely.
Amazing.
I don't do it at all. Like
Achha.
I don't do it for offline at all. I think there have been 2-3 instances where it's hurt a lot. So I'll tell you 3 examples and you can take it from there. One is the whole problem of vouchers not getting generated on time. I can remember Lifestyle ka ek voucher jahan pe like there was a 17,000 bill that was generated. Similar thing happened with IKEA once. My wife was standing at the queue and she got pissed because the voucher just wouldn't come. And she called me 3 times and I still have that 17,000 lying in my...
I can imagine that conversation between you two because I know both of you so well.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like that
So
fight
I have a kind of a saturation limit for it, right?
Yeah.
I try for like 5 minutes or max 10 minutes. And if I'm free, I try to reach the customer care. Otherwise, I say that whatever credit card
You're
have,
lucky
just
if you
go
can wait for
and
5
finish
minutes.
it.
My wife wouldn't wait for 5 minutes. So she wouldn't, right? And she walked away. And I know something similar happened to Adil's wife. She walked away from that. So that's one thing. Second problem I've seen is typically offline, there is also a terms and condition problem. So for example, somebody who doesn't know this, they see this episode, they go and buy Superdry vouchers. Superdry, you cannot double dip it with the discount. They only allow you to buy the Reliance brands ka vouchers only on non-discounted merchandise. So a lot of people, I don't recommend, if you're not sure about it, either check or read the terms and conditions. For example, people who buy Blinkit vouchers, they don't know it's not a GV. It's a discount voucher. You cannot double dip.
Exactly.
Amaya hates Blinkit for that. He cannot double dip, right? Because there is no double dip. There is either you use this voucher or you use the gift voucher.
Exactly.
Like hence, I've stopped actually using a lot of this vouchers ka. At least in offline. Online my advantage is because I can do the Reiki before like I do it, right? Offline I may still do it if I'm buying, but for my wife I've stopped doing it at least. A similar thing has happened for Crocs also, by the way. Like same, they had some terms and conditions ki special sale mein aap use nahi kar sakte. True. So and the third is my standard problem of the denomination not available. There is a 17,000, there is a 10,000, then I give 5, then I give 2, and my wife is like, I'm not going to do this. Yaar. Ek voucher de do, I'll do it. So these are the 2-3 reasons why I don't do it.
I think it's a good, you're pointing out the pitfalls of this approach, right? So
Yeah.
people can make proper decisions, be careful about it, yeah?
So for me, I think what my approach towards this is 10-15 minute ruk jate hain if you're going to get that kind of value. And one of the first things that I'll ask my wife to do, or I'll do if I'm with her, is I go to the counter and I ask them, do you accept gift vouchers?
Yeah.
95% of the time they'll say yes.
Correct.
5% of the time they'll say no. Then I'll ask them, why are you saying no? Because it's accepted everywhere else. Then they'll say, acha, kaun sa voucher? I'll show them the Gyftr page. I'll show them this is the one.
Yeah.
And then if they say yes and 100% yes, then we'll buy the voucher. Otherwise, don't buy the voucher.
The same thing is true for Truffet and Hill. A lot of famous has become famous because of the Amex offers and all,
offer,
right?
yeah.
But if you go to terms and conditions, this store is not allowed. That store is not allowed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a big issue.
That is a big one in Bangalore
Did you-
only one store is allowed, right?
No. I'll cover this for
So
people.
let's talk about this.
So if you are taking the Amex offer, only the company run outlet lets you use that offer of 1,000
Which is
rupees
the
off,
Level Road.
level road, right?
Haan.
Similarly, Bombay mein there are also a few.
Haan.
If you buy the gift voucher of Truffet and Hill,
Haan.
the Indiranagar outlet doesn't accept the voucher.
Why?
But I don't know.
They don't take it.
It is written in the terms. All outlets minus Indiranagar accepts the voucher. Like,
Acha.
who's going to read these terms and conditions?
Haan.
Like this is something a big pitfall. I mean, in the over enthusiasm of 17% earn, you will lose 2,000 rupees. I mean, my only limited point is ki terms and conditions can be tricky. First timers should be careful, and it's only because we have mastered this game over a period of time that we realize these pitfalls. As like that's what my recommendation would be.
So Dhiman's overall summary is सावधान रहें, सतर्क रहें. Gift vouchers are subject to market risks. Please read offer document carefully before purchasing. Cool. I think we'll round off Gyftr. Anything else we want to add, particularly about HDFC's partnership with Gyftr or HDFC SmartBuy before we close this section? And then I'd like to move to iShop.
I have one last point I want to cover. Like one of the decision-making metrics for me is also to where to buy the voucher is also the discount that they offer apart from the points.
Yeah.
So a lot of vouchers have stopped giving complete discounts on HDFC, for example, right? But you may find those discounted vouchers somewhere else sometimes. So depends on where you find the best voucher. For example, one of the things which I do very regularly is buy Marks and Spencer's vouchers. Right, and वहाँ पे discount भी मिलता है and the multiplier also you get, and then sometimes you get a like promo code also free with it. So I also choose based on the discount. So there are discounts also available on this.
I love the Marks and Spencer return policy.
Oh yeah.
So एक तो ये है कि you have to obviously message them or mail them and they'll collect it back. But otherwise, because I stay close to Alsur,
You can just go up
I
to a
can just
store.
walk to the M&S store and say, I ordered this, it's not fitting me or I don't like the fit or whatever. Take it back and I'll pick up something from the store instead.
Yeah.
So that instant exchange is available, which is very cool about M&S.
Perfect.
And M&S normally has good discounts running also.
Sure.
So we really love M&S. There used to be a time
40x.
back in the day when 40x points were available.
45 briefly.
45 briefly as well. So, oh man, those were the good days. But let's come to iShop.
Yeah.
Venkat, why don't you talk us through iShop?
So iShop is the latest offering from ICICI Bank, right? So before that, I want to say that these portals, apart from what Dhimant mentioned, right, the revenue what it generates, they also increase their customer activity, right? So it is important for banks to have the users use their credit cards, use their services and so on. Later on, they can upsell things like EMI and make further interest and so on, right? And it also gives them a competitive edge over others, right? So because here, if you see, we are talking about HDFC, ICICI, IDFC, and maybe SBI, but what about the other banks, right? So now it becomes necessary for these banks to offer such things so that they are in competition, right? And also loyalty factor comes in, right? So this is something what the bank feels that if I am able to give such a service, such a portal, then it will also benefit me, right? So that's some of the additional things what the banks will benefit from. Now with iShop, especially if you are having a Emerald private metal card, right, you get the maximum benefit, right? So for hotels in iShop, you get a 36% off, right? So approximately if you're booking a 30,000 worth stay, then you get 10,000 approximately flat discount, right? Of course, it is in
it's not
terms
a
of
flat
points.
discount, you
Yeah,
get
it's
it
in
as
terms of points, right? So that's the value back which you get, right? If you go for flights, then you get around 18%, right? Assume I'm booking a flight from here, Bangalore to Mumbai or Delhi, and it is 6,000. Then I'll be getting somewhere around 1,000, 1,100 worth points, right? So that is a great thing. Even if you don't have the Emerald private metal, something like a Times Black also, which is relatively easier to get, right? And
Which one do you have?
I have the
Emerald
private metal, and the wife has Times Black.
Okay. Oh, as a family, you are earning.
That is sorted. No, very smart move. You have the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Do you have add-on cards for both also?
I have add-on cards for the
Times Black is a
private-
paid add-on card. You have to
That's
pay
okay.
for it. No, it's expensive. How much is the Times?
No, for Times Black I don't have an add-on card, but for
It's expensive. It's
Emerald
like
private
4,000
metal
rupees
it is
something.
free.
Acha.
So, very interesting question. Like, maybe I'll ask the question to Adil. Most asked question on DMs and on live streams. I have an Infinia. Should I get an EPM? What is your view? You got both.
Yes,
why?
because the use case for gift vouchers is tremendous. On HDFC Infinia, I will get only 10,000 of Amazon Pay vouchers and 10,000 of Amazon Shopping vouchers.
Okay.
Big Basket is max of 1,500 on HDFC SmartBuy. Now on iShop, I get 10,000 rupees on Amazon, 12,000 rupees on
12,000.
Amazon Pay, 2,000 on Big Basket, and then Amazon Shopping vouchers. As of today, when we are recording, there is no limit. You can buy as many as you like. So it just opens up that additional
So one is
pool.
more vouchers available to you. Any
And-
other reason?
Again, so because I travel a lot, my use case for Uber is great. And I get Uber voucher is available on ICICI iShop.
It's not available on
It's
HDFC.
the only other place it's available is on Amex. But
Got it.
will I value ICICI iShop points over Amex? Yes, I will. That's the way I see things. And therefore, if I'm getting 5x, then why not?
One more hidden reason for which, like, you can give your son a credit card.
I have two boys at home. My younger one is 8 years old and my elder one is 13 years old. So for the 13-year-old, he is now starting to listen in to my work calls. He's around when we are doing these podcast recordings and stuff. He's getting curious about points, miles. So he asked me one day saying that, why can't you get me a credit card?
छोटे हो तुम बच्चे.
And then I was like, तुम छोटे हो वो ठीक है, but actually सही पूछ रहा है, right? Because
I agree.
we don't give him any financial instrument.
Absolutely.
He doesn't have anything. So every time he needs something, he'll come to me and he'll say, I want this, and it's a yes or a no. So I said, why not give him a monthly budget? Whatever that budget may be. And he say, this is your instrument, you're supposed to use only this. Don't come to me after this. You have complete freedom to spend X amount of money per month. Uske baad you can't come to me because he's a gamer. Sometimes he wants to buy a PlayStation game. Sometimes he wants to buy Roblox ka gift card because he wants to buy certain characters. He's a foodie also. So sometimes he will see that there is some crazy offer on Magic Pin and he's getting some mad deal for like 100 rupees or 50 rupees. So he wants to buy it. So I was like, you don't need to come to me. And then I noticed that EPM allows you to get credit cards for children who are 12 years
And above.
and above. That blew my mind. As soon as I found out, I called the ICICI RM. Here's what happened. The ICICI RM told me, nahi mil sakta. I was like, kyun nahi mil sakta? They were like, no sir, add-on cards are only 18 years old and above. My first phone call was 1-800 D-month. Why 1-800 D-month? I was like, sir, ye RM to na bol raha hai. And he's like, no, it is there. I was like, you do one thing. Can you find your ICICI EPM brochure? Find the page where this is written, scan it and send it to me, and I'll send it to the RM. So when I sent it to the RM, he was like, sorry sir, I didn't know about this. And then he told me the process. So just for our viewers, I think it's important to follow the process. You need a PAN to be created in your child's name. Once you create a PAN in your child's name, then you can ask your agent to apply. Don't do the online application add-on because that is complicated. And on KYC, your son or daughter will have to answer and they won't know any answers. Prompting is not allowed. So your KYC will fail. What you should tell your RM is do this on an offline basis. So either you go to the bank or they'll send someone home. You give them your son's or daughter's PAN card. You give them you fill in the form with a photograph and you've got to sign on top of the photograph or something like that. Once you do that, your
Done.
card comes.
By the way,
and the
like-
PAN application is amazing for the kids. It's a physical application that you'll have to do. Online application, you fill it, you download a PDF, you print it, you put 2 pictures of your son on it, you sign on top of it, not your kid, because I got my son to sign and then it came back. So then it took a week to get the PAN card, but a week is fantastic, I feel.
I have waited so much to do this. Adil scored एक तीर से 2 निशान. एक है set up financial discipline for his kid by giving him pocket money, by getting him a PAN card, and also earning points on the purchases that he makes.
Yeah.
एक तीर से 2 निशान.
So this was the fun conversation. Okay? So my son comes to me and like, I spent 600 rupees this month. Okay, how many points will I get? And I told him that I
He's
explained.
like, I am proud of you, and then he starts the conversation.
Then I said, हाँ इतने points मिलेंगे, लेकिन you will not get it. I will get it. The poor guy, he was so disappointed. He was like, मैं कहाँ transfer कर सकता हूँ? तू कहीं नहीं कर सकता है. Dad will transfer. So anyway,
And I think you get also this priority pass with the add-on
Yes.
card as well.
No, so I want to summarize this for people on the who's seeing this show, right? I mean, 3 reasons why even if you have an Infinia, the EPM makes sense. 1, for the additional voucher limits that you get, or the additional partners that are not available on HDFC.
Yeah.
2nd, you can give an add-on card to kids. 3rd is there are higher reward rates, slightly higher though, and there is a good chance that the ICICI EPM you may be able to get. Right? So, like, it's not that difficult, right? So,
4th, बहुत important reason. Like for example, let's say if you're planning a family vacation. Like every year, I like to do a family vacation where it's not just me, my wife and my kids, also my parents and my aunt. So we are 7 of us who like to travel together. Ab 7 jab travel kar rahe ho, your limit on HDFC for SmartBuy, accelerated rewards, is 15,000 only. Now, I might not have all the points to do the entire thing on points, right? Or I might want to do a different vacation on points, which means I have to spend money now. So if I am doing an international vacation where I'm buying tickets on revenue, then I will, if I spend more than 1,05,000 rupees, my 15,000 ka spending limit is gone. So now I need another card where I can have another limit. And ICICI opens up 18,000 as an other limit. So now my monthly accelerated spends are available up to 30,000 rupees. So if you're able to get an Infinia and you're able to get an EPM, this is an extremely powerful stash. If you think about the possibilities, there are endless things.
Venkat, you've seen DuckTales?
Of course. Why
You
not?
know Uncle Scrooge?
Yes.
Uncle Scrooge
This
is
is your
sitting
Uncle
there.
Scrooge. Is your Uncle Scrooge swimming in the coins of
No,
iShop?
I tell you what, Uncle Scrooge is sitting there. I am Huey. He is Dewey. And you are Louie, who are dipping in the king's, what do you call it? Swimming pool.
I let the guess this.
But by the way, in all of this, I'm shocked that Adil has not talked about the biggest benefit of this all.
कौन सा यार क्या बोल रहे हो?
Your VIP section in your Bangalore lounge.
Remember, once I was waiting there, I was delayed flight for 3 hours. I tweeted about it and like it went like crazy. Everybody started replying, "कौन सा lounge है, क्या है?" The best part is if you do not have Star Alliance Gold. Like because Adil has been making everybody jealous by saying I have Star Alliance Gold. Once I can see the runway, I can see the flights. Guess what? I was sitting right next to the other lounge, which the poor man's business lounge, and you get the same view from there. So basically what they do is the food you have to still go and get from the main lounge, but they have a small setup of food stuff inside that lounge as well. It's slightly more premium, right? You like when I went, for example, there was nobody sitting in the lounge, right? मैं अकेला था and I was just enjoying my view, seeing that flights going through and all that, right? So if you're an AV geek, it's an additional benefit for sure.
So you're saying this is applicable at T2 in Bangalore airport?
080 lounge.
080 lounge. You're saying you have, and this is domestic or international? Where?
This is domestic.
This is domestic. In domestic, there is a separate VIP area where through EPM you can get access to the VIP area. The difference is there is a small selection of F&B which is served there in that lounge. And if you still want to get more, then you can still have access to the main lounge.
The reason I love that place is because I love the machine coffee, right? The espresso coffee. It's not available in the main lounge. So wahan baith ke I get one good coffee and that solves my purpose. So that's why I go there. But it's a great advantage, I think.
And the similar concept is there in the Pearl Lounge in Abu Dhabi as well.
Okay.
So you have a main lounge where you have a lot of people, and what happens there is because of the delays and more people going via Abu Dhabi in transit, it's always crowded.
Oh, so exclusivity, thoda sa you have an exclusive area.
Exactly.
Okay. But are you saying the EPM works there?
No, that is something which I would say. But the concept of main lounge and VIP lounge is also there.
So let's talk a little bit more about iShop. Okay? So we've spoken about it's very similar to SmartBuy in booking flights, very similar to SmartBuy in terms of booking hotels. It's just that here in hotels you get 3% extra than SmartBuy. Okay. Question to you. Other than these two and gift voucher use cases, what other gift vouchers do you see yourself buying at iShop? Like for example, for me, Uber has been a great discovery. What other gift vouchers have you bought or you've got access to that have been super helpful via iShop?
So mainly I go there for the Amazon vouchers only, right? So, and as you said, there is no limit at the moment on the shopping vouchers as well.
Yeah.
Right? So that is where I go to for the shopping vouchers.
Yeah.
So what you covered is a very important point, Venkat. I think it's important for people to know who haven't used these affiliate websites. SmartBuy or iShop are not aggregators. They are like they provide options of making your booking via other portals like in ClearTrip or a Yatra or whatever, right? So that's what you're trying to say, right? There are multiple options of choosing your...
You can select
So for example, I always select Yatra for whatever reason, but like you can select GoIbibo or a ClearTrip.
Amir, I have this question for you particularly. When you're booking revenue tickets through SmartBuy or through iShop or any other affiliate website, do you use GoIbibo? Do you use Yatra? Do you use ClearTrip? Do you use any other option?
I go to whatever is there on TravelEdge. I think there's a single one.
So TravelEdge
you don't use SmartBuy at all?
You don't use SmartBuy at all? Because the mathematician in you wants 24%.
Yeah, 24% ahead of 16%. So yeah.
We said no last episode. He said I do all calculation. I said I don't do any calculation. So ho gaya. Matlab he's like 8x, 6x higher than me.
Okay. Any other gift vouchers you'll have in mind for iShop other than what we've already discussed?
Oh, I use it for like for example the same thing I said for Infinia. I'm now having the same problem with iShop. Like I have a problem with the way the devaluation is happening.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely feel कि मतलब क्या convenience है? Swiggy voucher या Amazon voucher में देने में कोई difference तो है नहीं. Why is there a convenience fee? I don't understand that. My recommendation is कि भाई तुम सीधा multiplier कम कर दो अगर करना है तो. Like I feel this very convoluted way of doing
मत कम
it.
करो यार ये अच्छी चीज है.
Very convoluted, but you are anyways paying that 3%, no Adil?
No, I get your cognitive load factor.
It's not cognitive load. I feel cheated as a construct. Like I'm saying, it's like almost like saying कि whatever we are hearing on other portals which are adding 7 different kind of fees in your final product. It feels that way. It feels very convoluted way of doing it.
Think about it as a service charge.
Okay.
Just say. Cool. Anything else on iShop before we wrap up and we move to IDFC?
Yeah, I think the main bit is around grocery vouchers.
Yeah.
Again, Swiggy, Instamart, or the Big Basket.
Yeah.
So the thing is, sometimes what happens is that I don't buy in advance. So you just compare and see which works out for you. Yeah. And then at that moment, you can go and buy instantly and start using it. So it's more of ad hoc basis on need basis.
Yeah. One of the questions I have for all of you is, I know all of you have the EPM. Once you've hit your 10,000 Amazon Pay limit or any other voucher limit, like Big Basket is a 2,000 rupee limit. Have you all tried buying this from your add-on, and do you know if they credit those 5x points for add-on as well?
So I have not tried it, but as far as I know, you are allowed to buy 12,000 more. There's a different quota, and as far as I know, if you're able to buy it, you will get the multiplier. That's how it works.
Via the add-on card.
Yes, that's what I know.
The important bit,
but I don't know whether it's a bug or whether it's a feature. I do not know.
Okay.
As far as I know, it looks like a bug which is not
right
fixed.
now it's working is what you're saying.
But the important bit here is for the add-on card, right? You need to have another iShop ID.
Correct. Yes. You do.
So for the iShop ID, you need to have a banking relationship
Correct.
with
Correct.
ICICI.
Look, I'll put it very simply. It's very simple, Adil. For years, any add-on card has always worked on Amazon, Flipkart sales as an
Yes.
additional cashback.
Correct.
So there is no reason why they would also
shouldn't work.
Yeah, it shouldn't work. There's no
Right.
reason. So I'm not sure at this point of time whether it's a bug or a feature.
Understood.
But it looks like because the add-on economy is not that big, like I don't
Yeah.
think banks
They care
care
enough.
about it a lot, right? So
Got it. Cool. So that was iShop. I think we've discussed it far and wide. Let's come to IDFC. Ameya, you're the IDFC guy. Let's talk about this.
Look, we covered it widely in the live stream, and I'll share the Google sheet that we had put together. But roughly, you've got the top end card, which is the first private. You've got the card, which is one level below, which is the Mayura. And then there's Ashwa, which doesn't have as great redemptions.
Right.
See, Mayura roughly gives you, give or take, 9% on flights and about 16-17% types on hotels. Right?
Okay.
The first private one gives you numbers which are very similar to what your Infinia or EPM gives you.
Yeah.
So I think functionally it is no different from what EPM does.
Yeah.
There's no vouchers. And I'll share the detailed Excel sheet with calculations. Like, some people will say, oh, you get 40% for hotels. No, you do not get 40% for hotels because with respect to redeeming these points, there are a certain few terms and conditions that reduces the effective reward rate.
We've covered HDFC SmartBuy. We've covered ICICI iShop. We've covered IDFC. There's a very, very important contender here, which we still have to cover, which is Axis Bank. Now, Axis Bank has something called TravelEdge, which is amazing, simply because of the returns it gets you. If you have the Magnus Burgundy, it's getting you a 24% return, irrespective of whether you book flights or irrespective if you book hotels. Why this has become particularly appealing of late is because of the value that Accor is providing on a cash basis. For example, today, if you move your Group A points to Accor, one Axis Edge reward is equal to 2 rupees. Therefore, if you are getting 24% back by booking flights, that is equal to 48% return when it comes to staying in a Accor property, which is mind-blowing if you think about it, right? So the power that TravelEdge has is just mind-blowing at this point in time. In addition to TravelEdge, there's also a very interesting play that Axis has, which is called Grab Deals. So now, Dhimant, let's come to you. Tell us a little about Grab Deals. Tell us whether you use Grab Deals at all. And after this, there's a very interesting section that borderlines similarity to Grab Deals, and we'll get into that section. But let's finish Grab Deals.
I'll talk about one spend that I was extremely happy about, right? So
Yeah.
I'll probably, that memory will bring, and then Ameya can jump in with his experience. Flipkart holds this sale every year called the Big Billion Day sale, right? More often than not, that sale will always have Axis as their cashback partner.
Exactly.
Right now, there is a, as we run this, there's a goat sale going on where Axis has running their cashback instant discount, what they call it, right? So you go to this website. I remember buying a TV. 50,000 ka TV tha. There was a flat 5,000 off just by using my Axis card, right? And instead of directly going to Flipkart, you go on Grab Deals, click on it, Flipkart icon, go to Flipkart and then make your purchase. You're going to get essentially more 5x points on the same purchase, right? So just a simple maths, let's do it, right? 50,000 rupees का spend है, 50,000 spend पे आपने straight forward 5,000 rupees का आपको instant discount मिल गया. So you paid 45,000. On 45,000 you got 5x points. So 5x, if your base reward rate for your Magnus Burgundy is 4.8%, इसके लिए 5% ले लेते हैं. 24%. So you straight away get like what? How much is the 11,000 back?
Yeah.
Right, so that's as good as it is. So Grab Deals is also similar to, let's say, an affiliate platform. You go to the particular vendor via Grab Deals app or website, and you earn additional cashback. Right, so and this cashback comes back in the form of that currency that the card is giving you. For example, for the Atlas, it will come back in Edge Miles. For any other card, it will come in Edge Rewards.
You can also get cashback. So, for example, if you hold Axis Flipkart card, you get a 5% plus 5% kind of a discount. You miss the double dip.
Which double dip?
If you hold the Flipkart VIP membership, you get additional 5% super coins.
Super
back.
coins, yeah.
In fact, you can redeem super coins also as part of the
Oh yeah, absolutely.
checkout.
In fact, one thing that I've been doing for a while is that, So Flipkart often runs these offers, which will give you like 100% super coins back. Sometimes you may not need the product, but like I've bought a bunch of power banks using this offer. 100% super coins back. Plus 24% return due to grab deals, and then whatever super coins you have, you can use it. If you have the VIP membership, you can pay 5% of your value itself next time using these super coins. So I think it's a great deal all around.
No, I think I spoke about it in one of the other episodes, right? So I was buying a gift for my daughter. We bought a Harry Potter Lego set for her, and I bought it at full price, like because तभी कोई discount नहीं चल रहा था, $9,000, and I like next day I wake up in the morning, I have 9,000 super coins back in my account. I said, क्या है? Then I came to know there's a 100% super coins offer back. उस time पे you could even use the super coins to buy gold. Now I think it's stopped. So I used all that 9,000 rupees when gold price was very low, and I bought gold by using that 1,000 coins on each gold coin, right? So I've been buying gold coins.
क्या बोल रहे थे अंकल स्क्रूज के बारे में?
Nine gold.
हाँ, तो कौन है असली अंकल स्क्रूज?
9,000 super coins.
एक मिनट कौन से देखिए इस इंसान को फ्लिपकार्ट से गोल्ड खरीदने वाला ये प्राणी. I think that is how I need to bribe you now.
You got your revenge.
Revenge of the Adil. Cool.
No, sometimes what happens is using the super coins, you can buy a voucher also. Like, for example, I bought a home appliance, right? Like 40,000. There was already an instant discount of 2,000, then bank discount of another 4,000, and then you pay 100 super coins and get a 1,000 rupees voucher, right? So we are paying 100 super coins, getting a 1,000 rupees discount voucher for home appliances only. So that is an additional thing. And then you want to do an exchange, you get 3,000 to 5,000. So as it is, if you see, you are able to do multi-dips here and bring down like 20-25% instant discount. On top of that, just because you've gone via grab deals, you get even further discount, right? So that is the multi-dip strategy.
What you guys are saying right now, like the Flipkart product managers would be so happy. I remember in 2015-16, I remember because what used to happen is all these brands, right, that we buy, they don't allow you to discount their products. Like just FYI, a lot of people don't know, right? So brands would say that on a platform, you have to sell it at that price. You cannot sell it lower than that. So we used to always brainstorm saying, how do we bring the price of the product down? So we said, let's talk about the total acquisition cost to the customer. And then you would say कि थोड़ा सा Flipkart super coin से देंगे, and थोड़ा सा bank discount से देंगे, और थोड़ा सा EMI से discount करेंगे. And and that's what it's turned out to be. Like even exchange, that was just a way to bring your price down.
In fact, there was 1,500 rupees extra discount just because you're paying via prepaid instrument, which is a credit card, right? So that's insane. Like 5-6 items of just discounts.
More power to these product managers, man. Keep bringing those offers. Consumers Pro Max, right? Cool. So let's round this off. We covered all these
banks.
We covered most of the banks. Let's come to now two very interesting websites which are outside the bank's ecosystem. There are two very interesting websites we have to cover. One is TopCashback and the second one is CashKaro. Let's start with you, Demon. Why don't you do CashKaro and then we'll come to Ameya for TopCashback.
Perfect. I think a lot of these third-party websites like CashKaro, and there are a couple of others which are not as significantly big, but CashKaro is a big one. It's a very similar concept. They are an affiliate channel, right? They aggregate deals, right? And every time a customer goes to their platform and goes to, let's say, Flipkart from there or Amazon from there, they get a commission to direct this customer. So they make the deal sweeter by adding their own cashback, right? So every time you shop for any of these websites, please register for CashKaro, right? Make sure that you go to these websites and check whether they have a cashback offer running with CashKaro, and then go and purchase. Now I'm going to give you a few examples which are the sweet spots that I have used, I regularly used, and I can give you a lifetime number. My lifetime number is right now 25,000 rupees I earned on CashKaro.
I beat you there by 2,000.
Absolutely.
27,000.
Right? So let's cover the sweet spot, why this happens, right? And again, I'm going to steal Ameya's thunder. Like consider this my badla for the Gujju value wala discussion last time.
I'm happy because you are my CashKaro referral, so I get 1% for everything you make.
By the way, I'll cover that as well. So every time you register for CashKaro. We are going to give our link to audience who want to register for CashKaro to see if you can register via our link. Every time you register for CashKaro, there's a lifetime referral benefit that the person who has referred gets.
Exactly.
So till date, when the 17,000 that I have earned, I have earned 1700 rupees for him.
क्या बात है?
This is my gift to Amaya. So I'll tell you the sweet spots, right? I buy, let's talk about the triple dip here,
Yeah.
right? So the
Yeah.
triple dip, let's talk about an example of a urban ladder,
ठीक है.
right? So my parents were going to buy their, getting into the new house.
Yeah.
There was furniture worth $1 lakh that they wanted to buy.
Yeah.
So there is a full house sale going on urban
Right.
ladder, number
Yeah.
one.
Correct.
So you first get discounted products,
Yes.
right? If you buy Urban Ladder from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning, you get a midnight sale discount, which is an instant discount. So let's say 1 lakh पे 10,000 या 5,000 का तुमको discount मिलता है. If you shop on CashKaro,
Yep.
you get an additional 6% on that.
Fantastic.
Right? Sometimes CashKaro runs accelerated offers where they make the 6% even 12%. I have totally probably made at least 20-22% discount on Urban Ladder. Number one. Very sweet spot, do check it out. Second is Marks and Spencer's. While Marks and Spencer's with the 40x world is over,
Yeah.
you now can easily get 7.5% pay vouchers. Get your vouchers on, let's say, the HDFC Gyftr platform. Go apply the voucher, but go to the MNS website from CashKaro. You get an additional 12%.
ठीक है.
Not even 6%, 12%, right? So that gives you an additional 12%, right? And obviously, उनका जब sale चल रहा होगा Marks and Spencer's का, they're already running 50% off,
Correct.
right? So this is the second sweet spot that I use.
Yeah.
Amazon and Flipkart used to be sweet spots. They are no longer that sweet because they have reduced the number of categories that give cashback. For example, you don't get any cashback on electronics mostly now, right?
True.
You also have restricted the amount that you can earn at max. Like for example, they put caps like 100 rupees.
Yeah. I think
200
Flipkart, you
rupees.
don't get any cashback
Any
anymore.
cashback, right? So
Yeah.
the reduced amount of cashback has significantly gone down. Another one is Air India. So if you're booking any revenue flights, you get a flat 7500 rupees, but for a 4000 rupees flight, it's a sweet amount. Why leave that on the table? You're anyways booking the flight, book it via CashKaro, right? So these are the 2-3 sweet spots that I use. If you want to add any that you know on CashKaro.
I think what happens is sometimes they run their campaigns. So they select specific merchants and they give a higher reward rate.
Yes.
So you need to be look out for that as well.
So today, for example, no, when you say the Amazon Prime sale is going on, they've already increased 6% to 7%.
Exactly.
So they do this very regularly, right? So every time there is an offer, they would do that. Plus there are certain months where there are additional offers. So in July, if you are able to spend 10,000 on CashKaro, for example, you will get an additional 1,000 rupee cashback. So in my opinion, this is the most underused hack that people haven't still discovered. My recommendation would be it's free money. Please take it. Please
What
use
I
it.
would say is anyway you're going to do the checkout, right? So just before you make a purchase, then you can come here, check if something is there, and then start the journey from there.
Yeah. But I think there's an important thing to note that these affiliate expect you to add to the cart after
Exactly.
going to the redirection.
So there are
Because-
certain
yeah.
important things to take care. You need to ensure the cart is empty. You cannot have the product already in the cart before you go from this website. So ensure you have a fresh login, nothing in the cart. Just you can bookmark the product page or something, or you can do a search later on. Then you come to the site first, start the journey, and then go to the merchant website.
Correct.
Add the product to the cart, and then you can check
Perfect.
out. Right?
A lot of times the mobile apps also don't work. A lot of times it is website
exactly.
only.
Very good point. So I think 2-3 important things to mention is one is this cart should be empty. Sometimes it doesn't work on mobile apps. You have to do it via mobile site or the website.
So read the TNC basically. The TNC clearly says it, calls it out.
Exactly. In fact, I had an instance also where I had applied a credit card via CashKaro. Right? This was a HSBC Live credit card. It had insane 2,200 rupees cashback. So I was very much excited. But then later on, when I tried to check, I found out that I'm not eligible for the cashback. That's totally
Because you already
cancelled.
have one card or something
Exactly. This is something which was not very evident.
Got it.
So you need to read the fine print. Be sure you qualify.
But
and
I'll
then-
tell you one thing without fail, I have never missed any cashback on CashKaro. The tracking mechanism is really, really good. So for example, I've never faced a scenario where the terms and conditions were right. I have shopped via an affiliate and I've not got the cashback. So I think from that lens, it gives a lot of transparency and trust with the platform. Like by default, the number of days that they tell you that cashback will come, it comes religiously. By the way, how can you use this cashback? It is not pure cashback. You can convert it to Amazon Pay. That's the redemption option.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I think they have a cashback and rewards section actually. So some categories or some merchants go into rewards, wherein you have
Yes,
to mandatorily convert into
Amazon Pay.
Pay or Flipkart voucher. Where they say specifically cashback, you can actually get it via UPI or whatever. But what I do is that I combine both of them whenever I have to redeem. Of course, there are other conditions like you have to have a minimum accumulation of say 2,000 rupees or 2,000 rewards to redeem. So whenever I do the redeem, the 6 months or 1 year once, I combine both the categories, cashback and rewards, and get the Amazon Pay voucher for obvious reasons. So that gives you 1% extra, right? So this is one of the way you can optimize.
Got it.
And in fact, I have been using this important point you mentioned about trust, right? I've been using other sites like there are many, I don't want to name them, but then later I realized that the tracking is very efficient here.
Correct.
And it's better to
that's why I
consolidate in
mentioned
one
it.
place,
Correct.
right?
That's
If
what I
if I'm starting from 3-4 cashback sites and I'm maintaining rewards in 4 places, then there's no point, right? Then you have to wait for the minimum requirement to hit.
They're also like, because see, in this world, no, there are a lot of scammy websites also. So you need to be careful. Like I have not come across too many websites as trustable as CashKaro. So I don't generally recommend people use that without knowing ki, matlab, is it usable, is it not? So.
All right, so let's wrap up CashKaro. Let's come to TopCashback. Amya.
Sure. So TopCashback is basically your Firangi CashKaro. That's how I'd put it. But yeah, so essentially if you've got a set of transactions at a bunch of international merchants, what TopCashback will do is similar. It will let you get rewards. You get the rewards in US dollars, a certain percentage of whatever. And these rewards you can redeem. Typically the way I redeem it is like they allow you to redeem it as a prepaid Visa card. Right? So essentially think of it as a Forex card with a fixed amount of money loaded. They'll actually give you an additional 5% bonus for getting these cards out also. So think that, yeah, it's an affiliate site that will give you your returns in US dollar. And you can use these for, paying for any foreign spends that you have. Now, the good thing about TopCashback is a couple of things. Number one, wide variety of partners. So you've got things like a booking.com or an Airbnb or say a Qatar Airways and so on, where you can pick up additional 1%, 2%, all the way up to, I've seen booking.com 12% at times. There's Accor where you can get up to 6% returns. And all of these add up. Like I think I've probably got like some $400-500 worth of TopCashback credits accumulated over time. And that's sweet money. That's like 40,000-50,000 rupees worth of extra cashback for doing nothing, for just using this website. So I think it's really useful and reliable tracking also in general. Conceptually very similar. We will definitely add a referral link. Do pick it up and I'd say, use it. It's extra money.
Favorite merchant, Amya, for TopCashback?
I think my most frequent merchant has definitely been Accor. I've pulled in a lot of money for that. But apart from that, I think I've also been able to use it for a few of the revenue flight booking. Like Qatar Airways, for instance, they had
Qatar is 4%, no?
It depends from time to time. I've used 4% before during some offer. Typically, I think it is 2%. 2%. But then there was also, a certain, offer in which if you fly once, you get bonus AVOs. I was getting a relatively cheap revenue ticket. Plus, there was a status match that required you to do this thing. So this was not for me, this was for my brother. But we are able to combine a lot of these and get some really insane benefits.
Really good use case I can think of is if you linked your Accor Platinum to your Qatar and you take a first Qatar flight via TopCashback, you're going to get 4% here. You will also get Qatar Platinum because the moment you fly that, you link that. Quite a cute sweet spot, I would say.
Yeah, it's like a nasty multi-dip.
Because you are Accor Platinum, you link your Qatar to Accor Platinum. The moment you take your first Qatar flight, you get the one world
Emerald or whatever
status.
I don't know if it's Emerald or Sapphire, but you get one of them.
You get the
So if you're okay, this is news to me. I didn't know this. I'm just reaffirming. So you're saying if one is Accor Platinum and you've linked your Qatar and Accor accounts.
Yes.
All you have to do is one revenue flight. It could be on any leg. It could be on any cabin. So long as you do one revenue flight, just to Doha and come back, you get Qatar Platinum status.
Gold.
You don't even need to come
Qatar
back.
gold status.
The one below Platinum, right? It's gold, right?
I forgot which one.
It's
The one world ones
world
are
gold, I think. Gold equivalent.
One world sapphire.
Sapphire, yeah.
And this status is valid for a year?
Yes.
Bloody amazing. How awesome is that? That's incredible.
हम रोज कुछ नई चीजें सीखते हैं.
हाँ यार, ये नहीं पता था, ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है. तो अगर
But have you linked Qatar to Accor?
yeah, long way.
Okay.
उधर points भी मिलते हैं ना?
Yeah.
Because if you stay in Accor,
Yeah,
then you
correct,
get points in
correct,
Qatar.
correct.
So I haven't flown Qatar in a while, but Accor and Qatar are linked. Yeah.
So you just need to take one Qatar revenue flight. That's it.
Chalo.
And now you can also earn 4% more from TopCashback.
The Qatar Gold and Sapphire status, One World Sapphire, is more exciting than the 4% if you think about it. Right? Alright, so that's rounding off TopCashback. One more double dip that Ameya is known for is Ameya's expertise in British Airways. Ameya, talk about British Airways, not about the flights, but talk about the hotel affiliates with British Airways.
Sure. So, and this is super useful for someone who does not have any of the super premium cards, right? So, British Airways has a hotel portal. It's literally called Avios Hotels. And essentially what you can do is you can book Expedia hotels using this and get, normally it is 10% back in Avios, but during special offers it can get to as much as 20% back in Avios. So I think these portals are great to use. Number one, it is super accessible. You don't need to hold any card, any membership, nothing in order to access it. Number two, if you do have super premium cards, say you have a Magnus Burgundy, you are an AEP, double dip on it as well. So I think these can be great ways to add on air miles. While at the same time enabling you to book, these hotels that you're anyway going to book and earn extra rewards. It's definitely something you should check out. I'll link it in the description.
All right, let's wrap this up. This has been a fun episode where we talked about how most of us often wonder, saying that, yeah, how do people collect so many points? Because every card offers just 2 or 3%. But how do I, get so many points that I can do potentially domestic and international vacations, right? Here's your answer. The answer is using these travel aggregator websites, which are HDFC SmartBuy, ICICI iShop, Axis TravelEdge, and the IDFC portal to get up to 18% back on flights and up to 40% back on hotel stays. In addition to that, for your everyday use of grocery and shopping, you can buy gift vouchers and you can get anywhere between 16.5% all the way to 33% back in terms of points for every time you use a gift card. That's how you rake in a ton of points and make sure you fly to that wonderful island that you've been dreaming of. Very, very grateful to Dhimant, Ameya,
Thank you,
and Venkat for joining us today. Gentlemen, big thanks for making time. And with that, this is all of us wrapping up on behalf of the Great Indian Points and Miles Show.
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo. Hidden treasures in every flight. Nights in places that feel so right. From deserts to the city lights. Get set, steal those dazzling sights. Miles stack up each passing day. Rewards come back in a million ways. In this game you want to play the Great Indian Adventure, yay! Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.